Hi, everyone, and welcome to episode 28 of Syncing with ServiceNow. I'm your host, Andy Whiteside. I've got a great group with me on the what we call the modern apps side here at XenTegra. Fred Reynolds, who runs the practice. Fred, how's it going?
Good, Andy. How you doing?
I am doing well. I forgot to do the commercial again, though. If you're a ServiceNow customer and you're out there and you're not getting everything you can out of the platform, we're going to talk to you a little bit about today, what we can do for you. But if you're one of those customers, and guys, there are a lot of those customers who are not getting everything they thought they were getting out of the platform, please reach out to XenTegra, reach out to me on LinkedIn, send me a private message. Love to help you. We know that the opportunity to help people get more out of the platform than they're getting is there. I was somewhere over the last week where somebody said they got rid of ServiceNow and it just killed me. I was on vacation. I'm like, why? They started explaining why. I was like, because you didn't have a good partner. The product's fine. The product's great. It's you. It's your partner. Like more or less said that to them, and they honestly didn't take offense to it because they agreed. They really did.
And please let us know because you'll see through this episode, we continue to stack on to our powerhouse team with
Yep.
tons of years of helping customers.
Yeah, we got a special guest, a new guest for this. Eddie McDonald is not new. Eddie's been around a few weeks now. Eddie, how's it going?
Hey, it's going well, Andy. How are you today?
I said a few weeks. It's probably been a few months at this point.
Yeah, it's been beginning of Q4, so about 4 months or something like that. Something like that. I'm not sure. It
So
seems like a lot longer for some reason.
I'm going to put you on the spot here. Anything that you're excited about coming here that you didn't think, like you didn't realize coming into it?
So besides our skill set, we're going to get into that on today's chat. The thing that I am most excited about, and I thought that it was good, but now it's been proven, is that our culture is just dripping with enthusiasm. These are just good people that are passionate about what they're doing, and Fred and I have known each other for a long time, and I was expecting that, but to live it, and after our conference to share time with those folks,
Right.
the culture here has been the thing that excites me the most.
You know, it's hard not to be exciting when you're helping people, you're doing good, and you're making money all at the same time. That's what your career is supposed to be about.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, so our special guest, Mr. Mike Sabia, is with us. Mike recently joined XenTegra. Mike has a very special title here. Mike, welcome to the team.
Thanks, Andy. I appreciate it. I'm happy, really happy to be here at XenTegra.
So Mike is with us, one, because he's going to be with us often in these podcasts, but today we're going to talk about the ServiceNow Master Architect program. And guess what? Mike is a ServiceNow Master Architect. Mike, I want you to start off by telling us what the program is and why you were driven to get this.
So we know ServiceNow is a really capable and broad program, and you can be an expert in a certain area, but it's hard to become an expert in the whole thing. And the Certified Master Architect kind of, by evidence of being able to get into the program and going through the program, it verifies that this person is an expert on road mapping across all the products. He can get into the details, he or she can get into details on particular products, but working with a customer, we can identify what your imperatives are, what your business objectives are, and how we can strengthen your relationship with ServiceNow.
Yeah, Mike, I probably jumped right into the meat of the topic on you, but Fred, Fred, from your perspective, coming at it from a customer now leading a practice, what did the master architect, and getting Mike to come over and join us, what does that mean for the program, and what is a master architect from your perspective?
So from my perspective, let me start with that the team that we're building here is Integra is a lot of, like Eddie said, it's the culture, and I know the people. So Mike, I've known for almost 10 years now. I've worked with Mike in the past. I've seen Mike's journey. I've seen Mike grow and go after this. So for me, when I understood and been talking to Mike about he was in that program as a master architect, I realized that they have that program, but it takes years of experience to even really qualify or be part of that master program. So to me, as a partner, I wanted our customers to see the investment that we're making in our team. I wanted our customers to feel comfortable about, hey, I want to bring you guys in and consult. Because Andy, we do have a lot of really large customers that have a lot of complex problems, and having a master architect on our team meant that I have another addition of a solution architect, but one at the highest caliber that could come in and help our customers with the most complex architectural problems they may have.
So Fred, you knew going into this that Mike had the background because he helped you in other organizations.
Correct.
But now he has this certification, and he probably, Mike, we'll put Mike on the spot here. Mike, from the time you started working with Fred a while back to where you're at now after completing the program, how much evolution and is there anything specific that happened in the program that you would call out?
I mean, personally, as an evolution up towards getting into this program, I went from a developer to a technical consultant working with customers intimately, being a solution architect to being in pre-sales. And all of that allowed me to apply for the CMA program and be accepted. The CMA program has added above that, absolutely, the ability to really present to customers in ways that they find engaging in order to help them understand what is possible with the program.
So it's more than just learning the technical ones and zeros and you know the architectural diagrams. They actually teach you how to make it more relevant to people.
The details too, but yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
You know, and I think it's also really important, you know, there are a lot of ServiceNow partners out there. There's a lot of good ones, and there's equally, if not more, bad ServiceNow partners. And even though we have a nice deep bench of really experienced people, having Mike as a CMA on our team puts us in the top tier. It really separates us from, it puts us at the top of the bell curve. There's like 100 CMAs in the world. Mike is one of them. It really sets us apart from everybody else, and especially all the ankle biters that are out there just trying to get work with a handful of folks. We're really showing our customers that we made the investment, we have the skill set.
Yeah. Mike, you know, to be honest, when I found out you were going to come join us, I was a little surprised at first, but then I started to talk to Fred more about what meant the most to you in terms of your engagements with customers, and then all of a sudden it started to make sense. Is there something specific about the journey you've been on and why you're with and how you're with a up and coming partner that's wired the way we are today?
You know, there are some larger partners, but they become a little unwieldy. And I had a role at my previous partner, and it was a good role, but the opportunity to come into an up and coming partner who has a deep bench of relationships with customers and build this organization the way it should be built, it was really appetizing to me.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you know, from my perspective, there's lots of times where we work with these large organizations, we even do work with them, large other partners. And I know they have their heart in the right place. It's just operating and functionally getting it done and investing back into the customer. And Fred was telling me this morning about a customer that, you know, was unhappy with us. And he went and met with them last week. And in his honest opinion, they should not have been unhappy with us. They caused their own problem, but now he's doing things to make it right, because in the long term, he's looking for what I call, you know, client for life type of experience. Because the article I have in front of me says, what is a master architect? You know, we've kind of skipped over maybe going exactly into what they say here. Well, master architect's a trusted technical advisor, valued partner in digital transformation journey with ServiceNow, skilled in guiding customers with technology strategy and governance, as well as solution design, best practices, guidance, support customers across technical planning, execution activity, and building the right technical strategy and implementation plan to design the platform and governance process and operating model. You know, that tees it up for what then we want to do, which is help a customer grow that environment, maintain that environment, be successful with that environment. Mike, is that what a master architect is in your opinion?
A good part of it for sure. You know, there's a lot of people out there who are well skilled in a particular product, but to, you know, bring that higher level, so not just the zeros and ones as you mentioned before, but put the guidance together, the best practices for building the business processes around it. That's where a CMA really assists. Now, obviously, I'm just one person, but I will be providing oversight in all of our engagements and ensuring that our architects work at that level.
You know, Andy, I think as I read that with you, I feel the most important word in that whole paragraph is the word advisor. That is the main differentiator. There are so many partners out there that are going to be exceptional order takers. They're going to give you exactly what you want, but without that advisory component, what you think you want might not be what you need. Mike is going to be here to give you those options and to paint that picture of what is possible versus just a transaction.
But let me also say why I think it really helps the overall practice too, Andy, because Mike has spent a lot of time in the program. And I know some of the things he had to do within there to even learn and grow around workshops and things such as that, and communication. It's going to help the architects that we do have. It's going to help all the resources we have, the senior developers. We have a lot of high-end resources on our bench, but taking the time to go through this and achieve the master architect, Mike is going to be our delivery lead, and he's going to be able to help spread that knowledge across the whole bench of who we have and help them become better as well. So I'm really excited about that.
Yeah, Fred, as you were saying that, I'm literally in my head rewriting this paragraph to say the master architect is part of a trusted team and is the technical advisor, and then all of what this article says, right? Ideal world, you got a master architect that's part of a team of people all rowing the boat in the same direction, with the outcome for the customer being what the customer had in mind or what the customer needs or whatever the journey needs to look like, so that the customer, and probably the most important thing here and why the program even exists, so that ServiceNow has long-term success. You know, going back again to my conversation last week with someone about ServiceNow, who number one said it was too expensive. Well, we can fix that. And number two said it just, didn't work. Well, it does work. You just didn't do it right.
And another thing,
Andy, so I don't want to get off on a tangent here, but when I hear somebody say that ServiceNow is too expensive, whoever their account executive is didn't do a good enough job of building the value. The value is there 100% of the time if your organization is large enough, without question. It's our job to build the business case and show you where the money and the savings is. So when somebody says, oh, it's too expensive, it's absolutely not too expensive, but you're going to have to spend a little bit of money to save 3-4x that amount down the road.
So combination of getting the value out of the platform, I didn't say product, platform, as well as a partner maybe like us, making sure you're paying the right amount for the product or the platform that you're buying into. There's a quote here from a guy named Tobias Schwartz. His quote is, the CMA, Certified Master Architect program, has truly uplifted my ServiceNow consulting skill set, particularly in giving me more confidence to tackle outcome-focused conversations with senior executives. Mike, does that align with how you feel about the program, or would you say it differently?
I would absolutely agree. Having come from pre-sales, I had some of that experience, and maybe some of the people haven't had that experience themselves, so they have that practice. For me, it helped me polish that capability.
Yeah. Hey, I got a question for you. Totally one off.
Please.
As part of that program, do they teach you how to answer questions the way you just answered it? What I'm getting is, every question I ask you, you answer succinctly, you answer it factually, and you get to the point. Is that part of the program?
I don't know that it's a program per se, but getting to the meat of what the customer's imperatives are. Hey, this is what you're trying to accomplish. This is how we're going to do it. That is absolutely part of the program.
And also, I think, Mike, you touched on it a second ago, that you were also part of a pre-sales team. So not all master architects have that skill set. To your point, Andy, we've got an hour-long call to uncover what the scoping elements are. Mike doesn't have time to be fluffy. He's got to get to the point as quickly as he can. So it's kind of neat that you called it out. I've known Mike for a lot of years, and that's very much his MO.
I love that, because that's a skill. Somebody ask you a question, answer the question, and move on, because they got more questions. A lot of really smart guys can't do that.
Yep.
All right, this last section of the article here talks about, why should I get a master architect certification? I do want to talk about that, but I really want to hear from Fred and Eddie as well as to why it matters to us. And I think if you answer this question using the bullets here, it pretty much answers it from both sides of the equation. Mike, what's your thoughts on why somebody should get the certification?
You can have expertise in certain areas of the program, and you can be good in your role, but there's always opportunities to enrich and heighten that. And ServiceNow's Master Architect program is kind of like a master's level program that ServiceNow put together for their platform, to be able to take the details and create that better solution, to be able to present it, to be able to raise your capability to a higher level. It's invaluable. Yeah. Now, there is a lot of steps you have to go through to get a Master Architect program. You have to have been working for about 5 years at a partner level, working on very large projects. You have to have a number of certifications, and then you have to apply. And a lot of good people I know who have applied have not been accepted. They are very particular in who they accept, But if you have that effort, you have that drive, you have that interest, and you can express the fact that you're looking to work with your customer, not just improve yourself, it's a great program.
So Andy, with these 5 things here, right? I think it's 4 main ones. I think it's really important because knowing Mike for as long as I have and seen him on this journey, I mean, there's a couple of things. One, you have to have some experience. You have to have gone through it and worked with ServiceNow for a while to even be considered. And that's because you have to go deeper and you have to strengthen those types of knowledge across the platform. Knowing across the platform is one thing. Being a master architect, to be clear, is not that you're a master at every single application within a ServiceNow ecosystem. There's too many. There's 130 some, 40 some products. You're not going to be a master at them all. The biggest thing that I would say is the differentiator to me of Mike coming here was really the ability to be able to articulate the solutions, talk at the C levels, the time he spent really, how do you perform the right workshops? You picked up on it, how he asks questions, how he answers questions, how do we get to that, right? It's time is sensitive. You got to work through those things, but you have to have that knowledge, the depth of that knowledge to be able to ask that and ask the right questions to get the results you want. So to me, I think that's what's more important. What I'm excited about getting him in front of our customers so that he can help them articulate it to their C levels, how to push different things with this solution, new applications, new ideas, how to really tackle their business solutions. And then also, like I said, internally, helping our entire team be better and grow in the same way.
To your point, there's a lot of benefits to becoming a master architect personally and professionally. But for my role, and my role primarily is I educate our client executives and I speak to customers. Being able to share that we have a master architect helps our customers be at ease, knowing that the solution that we're going to provide is going to be best case. It's going to follow best practice. It's going to identify their business issues and address those, again, not transactionally, but on a bigger conversation. That in my role is why it's so valuable. Just knowing that I have Mike there to support the business challenges that I uncover is invaluable.
So Eddie, I'm going to tweak that slightly, knowing that you have Mike there as part of the overall team and that Mike can lead that team. But if the team, wants to stand up and say, no, I don't think we need to do it that way. We do it this way. The team as a whole is better together as a unit, and having the master architect role as a leader in that organization and helping our customers, as you said, feel at ease, having you in a sales role feel at ease, and Fred at a director level feel at ease, me as a leader of the company role feeling at ease. I have to tell you, it really is a comforting feeling.
Very much so.
Yep.
All of that in the journey for creating customers for life for not only us, XenTegra, but for our platforms and products we work with, ServiceNow in this case. It really is a fun way to do business. Mike, you've been on board 3 weeks, 4 weeks? How many weeks have it been?
Just about 4 weeks. Yeah,
4 weeks. Favorite thing you've experienced so far with us, and it doesn't have to be related to a project or anything. What's helped you reaffirm you made the right choice?
No, he went bowling with me, so it's got to be the bowling. It's
the bowling. Yes. We had our company kickoff at the beginning of the year, and we had the opportunity to to meet each other. And I see the passion of everybody. You can have a company meeting and maybe somebody's grousing or complaining. Everybody was excited about making this a great company. That was the most reaffirming thing for me.
Yeah. That's good to hear. I mean, I watched you taking it all in, and I was, that's what I hoped you were picking up. And, that bleeds over to our customers too. If we have people that don't fit, they don't stay. If we have customers that don't fit, they don't stay. We get the choice to who we work with and how we work with them. That's what's super empowering and fun about this career that we have going on. Well, guys, anything about the Master Architect certification program that we didn't talk about, you guys want to make sure we cover?
I think we hit it.
No, I think I said my piece. Yep.
I think Eddie mentioned there aren't many, and I'm not sure if he gave the actual number. How many are there?
There's about 200 or so worldwide.
Oh, 200
worldwide.
Okay.
Worldwide. So there's probably maybe less than 100 in the States.
And a quarter of that is at ServiceNow itself.
That's correct. Yeah, maybe even more than that too, Mike. Right? That's look at the list. So yeah.
Right. But there are also partners who have CMAs, but they don't leverage them perhaps the way they need to. It's just another solution architect with the CMA title. The ability to do what we're doing here, to take my ability and broaden it to make sure the whole team is succeeding.
Yeah,
that's key.
So Mike, let's talk about that a little, because I have lots of certifications. A lot of them I just got so that I could get paid more and, fulfill requirements. You just made a really good point about how we want to use you different than maybe other organizations use it just to have somebody on the bench that has it. What are you excited about doing here that you don't think you would have got to do somewhere else?
As I said, there's a lot of, or there are some partners who have SAs who have the CMA title, and it makes them a good SA, but it doesn't broaden the whole organization. The ability to do that, the ability to work with our customers and give them that comfort that we are looking at the larger solution, not just the individual product that we're selling.
Yeah.
We're not just doing what they ask. They don't say, hey, I want this, we're providing that. No, we're having the conversation. Is this what's actually meeting your needs?
Right.
And that's a really interesting point, because I love that. So Mike's going to share his knowledge over the overarching team. Fred and I are working. I'm a certified Scrum Master, ServiceNow Safe Implementation Framework Specialist. I'm sharing that information with our project team as well. So collectively, the tide is rising, lifting all boats, because of our efforts. And I love that.
Yep. Yeah, I think we've talked about the team approach several times. And what I think I know that Mike's going to love here is, if we're on a call and we're doing the team approach, great. If Mike needs to jump on a plane and go see a CIO somewhere and we're totally comfortable with him leading that and having that conversation, which we would be, he gets empowered for that role as well.
Yep.
It's kind of fun to be able to do it all, but it's also fun not to have to do it all at the same time.
It's nice not having the pressure to be the smartest guy in the room, because that's never happened when I'm in the room. So it's nice having Mike there.
Yeah, we know it. We know.
Yeah, you have to sell it.
All right. All right, guys. Well, thanks for jumping on and talking about this, Mike. I'm looking forward to having more conversations with you around other topics in the ServiceNow world. Welcome to the team. Glad to have
Thanks,
you.
Andy. I'm glad to be here. Really am.
Fred, Eddie, you guys show up if you want later. I'm just going to talk to Mike.
Yep. Sounds
Thanks,
good.
guys. All right.
All right, guys. See you. Have a good rest of your day, week. Thanks.
You too.